don't you think?
My brother, I see there's a narrative, you know. I've listened, you know, I like listening, especially to where elders like my brother here is, as well as my colleague senator. You know, when they talk, you can see actually there's a narrative. And I think that the narrative is that Natembeya was being targeted by state and therefore has been created as an alternative kingpin of the Luhya nation. I think that I'll let that narrative sink in those who want to go with it, because I don't think that I also understand Luhya politics a little bit, in the sense that I've worked with Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga for a while, who actually has had a very strong presence and actually control in the Western politics in general. Of course, is a nationalistic leader. I also studied in the Luhya land, just for your information, and I think that this would be a desirable outcome. You know, people who might think that Natembeya would then go and displace, you know, the National Assembly Speaker, you know, and people like Honorable Mudavadi and other Luhya leaders. I think I want to wish them well in that narrative.
You don't think it will happen?
I think you know, in politics everything is possible, and I'm not being dismissive. I'm just saying that it's not anything near Luhya kingpin. That's all I want to say. But I also want to say that the important message here is this: when these kind of things happen, because I've seen a number of governors being rained on in the past, right? And the default that people easily take is usually a political default. And as a custodian of devolution, because at Article 96, I'm placed to protect those governors as well as protect the interests of the county. And the interest of the county is sometimes protecting those county governments, but also sometimes protecting the people. So we find ourselves in a very thin balance here, where you might have actually a problem, like I do, with how our governors use our resources. It's a serious problem across the country, some worse than others in terms of just, you know, wasting public resources and you know, stealing public money. And therefore, there's a very thin balance on this matter on, do you want to completely blind yourself against that there's a potential, especially where the EACC has raised some serious concerns? Do you want to blind yourself against that and just take it politically? I don't think that would be my responsibility as a senator. It would be responsible. That's why I'm saying that this is a matter that's in court, because you had Senator Nyutu saying that this was purely political. Senator Nyutu on 9th of February this year, the same raid, in fact, even worse than what happened in Natembeya, happened in Bomet, where the governor of Bomet was rained on by the police. In fact, public was rioting. The public was tear-gassed in Bomet, and it was a serious arrest that we all saw in the glare of cameras, right? And then the court had to pronounce itself on the 19th of February, about 10 days after, when that matter was put in court. I did not hear a custodian of devolution sent from Muranga to the Senate, making a sentence about that particular issue. And that's why I'm saying it will be wrong to throw aspersions that this is a purely political issue. So what happens if after 10 days the court finds Natembeya liable for some criminality around the wastage of public resources? What do you say? Will you chew your words? So as a senator, you must be responsible that, yes, there could be a potential for dissenting voices being silenced, and that we must condemn. If the national government is dissenting voices of people who disagree with them in this kind of manner, that's unacceptable within our country. But in the same manner, as a senator, we must also take fiduciary responsibility that if there is a place where there is corruption, we must condemn that as well, because we should not let ourselves be caught into the politics. We must be responsible leaders who can look at things from facts. Okay. And those facts will come from court.
Let's consider
just a minute. Just a minute. I want to help my brother on 2 points. The first one is